got a good selection of equipment here, new and used, a lot of new stuff. And what have we here? International 826. Nice tractor. Let's take a look at it. Well, this one's obviously a lot bigger than what we need. But let's take a look at this old International Farmall 826. And it's a hydro. Well, after doing a quick once over, it didn't take me long to find out that this thing, well, it might be a solid tractor from what I've been told. Solid that it hasn't been broken in half yet, and they're unsure of the hours. But if the hour meter is still working, it says 321 hours, so this thing is rolled over and back to all zeros again. My opinion, probably the most valuable thing on here would be the rear tires and the rear wheel weights. Some of the things that I caught right off the top are the excessive poor welds here on the front end. That one don't look too bad until you come over here and look at this side. Yeah, that's not exactly a skilled weld right there. And then the way they have this tie rod held on here, definitely don't think this is roadworthy. I'd be almost nervous trying to just get this thing up onto a trailer if I was willing to take her home. And then you just look at some of the other fixes that they've done here. This radiator hose, I've never seen one like this before. Maybe this is ample, but I certainly would not use a garden hose on this type of fitting here under pressure. As you can see, also the wiring on this side would need to be redone. The battery that should be on this side is not there because they put this single battery on here. And I like this little touch. What they got on here, I'm afraid to touch it myself. That vice grip holding the broken terminal onto the battery. And then there is this laundry cord that, if you follow from here, and by the way, this is not factory, it goes down here to the injection pump. And obviously something is missing from here because you shouldn't have to pull on tripled up laundry cord. And then I'm guessing that that's probably a Kubota alternator, but that doesn't matter. That can always be painted red. But yeah, it's would be a nice tractor for what they're asking for, but I just don't have the time to put into it what it needs to make it safe to be taken out into the field, whether it's myself or my grandson going to be using it. So I guess we'll have to pass on this International Farmall 826 hydrostat tractor and get back on the road. The search continues. Well, my search continues. And my search has brought me to the Newark Valley of New York State. And what do we have here? An 856 International Farmall. Must be a southern tractor. It's got what they call rice tires, or the rice style tread on there. This one, again, for the age, looks like it's had the same issues with the front end. That's been scabbed together there. A little bit of welding has happened on this side as well. A little bit cleaner of a tractor. It's obviously been cleaned off, but still looks like it's in a little bit better shape than the 826 that we looked at. This is a gear tractor, not a hydro. Does not have any rear wheel weights on it. Does have dual hydraulics, dual PTO. Looks like original seat on it. I think they said the only issue with this one is that hydraulics are sluggish, which means it probably needs a new pump. I'll probably run about $350, $400 for a hydraulic pump. But otherwise, looks like a pretty solid tractor. So it would appear that either the TA was deleted, because this is the TA lever here. That runs down to this rod. It isn't hooked up to anything. And I can't see where that's supposed to be hooked up. Somewhere over on this side, apparently. But other than that, clutch is sloppy. And if we go around over here, because they said that it probably needs a new hydraulic pump, the clutches have no resistance. When you pull them out, you can hear either air or fluid escaping out of the cylinders. So this is going to end up being a no-go too, even though a new hydraulic pump costs a little bit less than 400 bucks. Yeah, and you can see it leaking out of the brakes here too. Got a drip from the brakes. Hydraulic pump about 400 bucks, which ain't too bad. The time to replace it, that's what I really don't have though. So I guess we're gonna have to continue looking.